back to you, Tara. Is there some sort of pressure by being a hijabi in school, in shopping malls, on the streets? Is there a pressure somehow?
Um, I would say so, just because, especially living in a secular country, the clothing and everything on market is not necessarily Islam friendly. But growing up in an environment where I saw my mother and my sisters dressed appropriately, I've found that it's easy, I guess. It's not always easy, but you can make it work. There's always a way to turn things into the proper Islamic attire. It's not, I mean, it's a challenge, but it's something you get used to. It's not too difficult.
Well, for one thing, in colleges, for example, I'll ask this question to Faisal. You have an Islamic environment somehow, even though it's not totally Islamic, you have Muslim Student Association or MSAs having different activities in colleges and universities. Will that help the Muslim students there to really forego the pressure from outside?
It helps to a certain extent.
Okay.
Because first of all, no one's forcing you to go to the MSA. You have to be willing to go. And there's a lot of Muslims that are in colleges that don't go to MSAs, but the ones that do go and the ones that are involved with MSA, it does help them. It does help them in terms of what friends they have, what activities they're doing, and they're not getting caught up in the wrong things. But I think some people sometimes they think, oh, there's an MSA, and it's easier for you to live on campus or be a student in college. It doesn't help as much as we think it does, because the pressures of college and the pressures of your peers is still there.
The peer pressure.
Yeah, the peer pressure is still there, and it's not easy, especially being in college. I think college is very, very hard for Muslims in America.
Okay. So, Suleiman, do you have any experience in colleges where there are peer pressures, yet you have to shelter yourself within the Muslim Student Association?
I mean, yeah, well, going to college, I can speak on College Park, because like you have a whole bunch of different frats and everything. You have all these parties and stuff going on, and you have, like, I would say people like inviting you to do different things, but with the MSA there, it makes things, I would say, like a lot easier. I know it's still hard to, I guess battle the peer pressure and like get over it, but with the MSA there, if you get like really close friends and they have all these different activities, it's like, what's the point of even going to those other things? You have this here. It's like a family there. So what's the point of going, somewhere else?
I know there are prayer areas in the university, for example, where you go, University of Maryland, and it is the case for most other universities and colleges. Within that environment, where the Muslim students have their weekly prayer, daily prayer, and all that, what other activities besides salats you do perform?
Well, within the MSA, amongst the Muslims themselves, I know our MSA at University of Maryland, they hold like weekly halaqas, they have Quran classes, they have the Jummah prayer, we have MSA meetings or activities, we have social, separate social gatherings for the sisters and for the brothers. And then for the outside community, for the college community in as a whole, in general, they hold a lot of like outreach activities so that we're a part of, because although we're Muslims on campus, we're a part of the campus as a whole. So they'll hold activities, like awareness projects. They had a domestic violence event a few weeks ago, and that was open to the whole campus because that's something that concerns everyone. So they have a lot of different programs that are open to the public as a whole.
I heard also MSAs do some charitable works, like Fastatan and others. what is the experience or what is the feedback you get from the community, at least from the college community? I mean, are they appreciative of it? How do that helps the homeless and or battered women or all that?
I think it does help a lot because one, you are the community in general is realizing that there are Muslim youth who are active and awake in the community, and of course the youth are the next generation. So it gives a lot of opportunity for the youth themselves. These are, you know, you may have people. It opens up a lot of opportunities for them, and then on campus, you know, they're recognized as not being the, you know, the antisocial Muslim group, but they become more approachable and open to the whole campus as a community. So you're opening yourself up to everyone.
Iman, how about in high school?
Well, growing up, I go to like an Islamic high school, but even within the Muslim community, even with like Muslim friends and stuff, sometimes you find yourself, you know, falling into the wrong things, and you have to, I mean, you people are on different levels, so you have to find yourself the good friends. And so I guess having those good friends, you find like other venues where you don't have to fall into haram things, but you can still, you know, enjoy your time, you know, have fun with each other, but in an Islamic manner.
Inshallah. One thing comes to mind is the Islamic Awareness Week, or some universities and colleges, they have Islamic Awareness Month. How do you go by, I mean, the whole month, inviting others and telling them about Islam in colleges?
Well, Islam is a way of life, so we live it. Just like you're living every day, you just spend that month living a little more, I guess you can say. You know, every time you see someone, it might not necessarily be a big event every day, but just as much as, like, you know, having pamphlets that you'll hand out, or telling a classmate, you know, this is Islamic Awareness Month. Have you ever really read up about anything on Islam? Why don't you come by the Musalla, or, you know, come to our MSA meeting? They'll also hold different events, maybe like weekly. One week they'll have a dinner, or one, you know, probably towards the end of the month they'll have a big event. But every day it's just about really living it and stepping out and showing everyone, you know, I am Muslim, I'm proud, and, you know, come and see what I'm really about. So.